Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel, I'm Melanie and I do a large variety of different types of videos, from story times, trying things on camera for the first time, experience videos, concert type videos, beauty box unboxings, food hauls, collective hauls, vlogs and so much more. So today I am back with a very small boots haul. It's basically an essentials item haul, and I've had the order for over a week and I've been meaning to film it because there's something I want to use in the box. So if the lighting's really bad, it's because it's about 7 o'clock at night. It's obviously dark outside and light inside, so I don't really know what the lighting's going to be like, but hopefully it's okay. So I typically will make a boots order around once a month. If I need things, I'll do it twice a month, but to get it delivered free to store, you have to spend a minimum of £20. If obviously I was making a large order, I think it's £40 to get free delivery, but most of the time when I do buy from Boots, it's around £20 to £30 that I spend, although every now and then I do have a much bigger spend. So the day I place this order, if you've got a Boots Advantage card, throughout the month you get given vouchers that you can use either online or in store. Some of them, they make you go in store, but we've not had many of them recently for obvious reasons. So I think the offer was spend £20 and get 300 points or something like that. Normally the offer is like you get 600 points or something like that, or if you spend £30 you get 600 points, but the offer that day was spend £20 or more to get, I think it was 300 points, which equals, what does it equal? Does it equal £3 or something like that? And I've got quite a lot of money on the card. I think I've got £89, and I'm trying to get it up really high. And it's taking me a long time. By the way, I've not got those points like in a couple of months, but I have got at least half of them since around April time, because there has been some good like points one. I mean, if you've got two vouchers and one you spend £20, you get 300 points, and if you spend £30 you get 400 points. You actually get to use both at the same time, so I like it when that offer's about, especially if I need stuff. So I basically used it the day it was going to expire, and obviously we've now got more to use, so I will be using them in the next, I think, 3 weeks. I've got to use them up. So finally I'm going to get into the box. So all I've done is I've undone the box, obviously, to make my life a little bit easier. And in the top of the box there was some brown paper. And if you watched an unboxing I did a few months ago, I opened the box and everything was stuck together with sticky tape and there was no padding in the box. And that was literally the worst experience I've ever had from Boots. I think I've made a small order since, but whether or not I've filmed it is another thing, because I don't always film it. It just depends on what I've got. And this is pretty much boring. There's 3 of the same products in here, but you all seem to be interested in what I buy, so I'm just going to show you. It's got like a piece of white paper on the top, which is good because it means that you don't actually see the contents of the box. So it means every time I take something out to show you, it'll be a surprise. So I think there's 6 items in here. So I'm going to show you one item, and then I'm going to show you one of the 3 of the same items that I've got, then a different item, so I'm going to break it all up. So the first thing that I've got is this Gillette Satin Care with a touch of Olay Violet Swirls Shave Gel. Now this was on offer. I never buy it full price unless I desperately need it and it's my only option. So I don't know if any of you have noticed, but since lockdown and since around March, it's been very difficult to get a full-size shaving gel in the supermarket. Now they did come back in stock, but a couple of weeks ago went straight back out of stock in the shops. So I've been, and this is a little tip for you if you can't find it in the supermarket, I've been buying the small cans off Amazon because they do cans that are about this size. I think they do cheaper shaving gels in big cans, but I prefer this. I have tried cheaper ones and they're horrible, but the half size one is about this big, so it's over half, I'd say, the size, and they're only £1.20, so I typically get 2 or 3 of them, and that's what I'm using at the moment. But I was like, well, I'd like a full one because it'd be nice to have a full one for a change. Now, I don't always get the same scent or the same make of it. Well, I get the same brand. I always get Gillette, that I can think, but I mix it up depending on what's on offer, because sometimes even in the supermarket they'll have 3 Gillette ones and one of them will be on offer but the other 2 won't, and I always typically get whichever one's on offer because I like to save money where I can. So I got this. I've had this one a few times before. It's a nice scent and I like that it's purple, but obviously when you rub it in it's white, so it doesn't really matter that it's coloured. The next item is the Arm & Hammer baking soda toothpaste for the exceptional deep clean, sensitive pro repair, fixes the cause of sensitive teeth with liquid calcium. I've never had this one before. I've had Arm & Hammer before. I remember like when I was a child, my mum started to use Arm & Hammer and that's the one we had in the house. Baking soda is really good for cleaning anyway, so it's going to whiten your teeth even though it's not a whitening toothpaste. It's going to work really well. I do have sensitive teeth every now and then and it tends to go away by itself, but I thought it'd be nice to have a toothpaste in that is specially for sensitivity, so if I do get sensitive teeth again, I can use it and carry on using it for a little bit after my teeth are no longer sensitive. And I just thought it'd be a good one to have in the cupboard. It was half price as well. I wouldn't have paid full price for it. I try and get toothpaste. To be honest, I try and get everything on offer, and if it's something I use all the time, I will look out for it well in advance to buy it on an offer, and sometimes I'll get 2 or 3 depending on what the product is and how much it is. So I definitely did get this because it was on offer. So that's the second item. The third item is the L'Oreal Paris Fine Flowers Gel Cream Wash. Cleanses, purifies and softens. Rose and jasmine, dry sensitive skin. No alcohol, use on face, 150ml. I used to use this face wash a couple of years ago. I've not had it in over 18 months. I don't want to say longer than that because it could be longer than that, but it might only be 18 months. But I know I've not had it for a very long time and I really rate it. It's difficult to get hold of. It's not in the supermarkets anymore because that's where I initially started to get it from. When the Fine Flowers range came out, because they had a range, they had like, they also had like a toner and face wipes and stuff, but I initially got this the first time about 3 summers ago and it was on offer. I needed a face, like a cleanser, nothing that was harsh, something really gentle, and I got this and I fell in love with it, and I replaced it quite a few times because it's really, really good and I recommend it. Now, when it ran out last time, I've obviously not been able to get hold of it, and I think that was it because I went to Tesco because that's where I always got it from. Couldn't get hold of it, and I've been having to use other things since. I do have a lot of cleansers on the go. If you follow me in vlogs and watch any other unboxing videos, you'll know that I either buy them or I get them in beauty boxes. I have been using the Super Facialist one, which I got in a Boots haul, and that's very low. And that actually is really good if you've got adult acne or you get a breakout, hormonal breakouts. That is really good, but you've got to continuously use it. You can't use it and then it clear up and then stop using it. It's one of those that you have to use at least 3-4 times a week once it started to work, and it took 3 or 4 weeks to work because nothing's instant, but it's about to run out and it's £9, and I initially got it when it was on offer for £6. but I do have some Lizelle cleanse and polish. I've got some cleansing balms and other cleansers that I've got in beauty boxes, so I didn't want to get anything expensive. And in the morning I normally have a really light cleanse just to take off what I've had on my face the night before, my moisturisers and serums, and then I do my deeper cleanse later on in the day. So this would be a morning first wash of my face, or if I was double cleansing it would be either the first or second in the double cleanse. Doesn't really matter which. It's a really nice one. It smells amazing. I was worried because it's rose and jasmine and I don't like rose, and if you watch my videos you'll know I'm not a big rose fan, but this doesn't actually smell of rose. And again, this was on offer. I think it was either half price. Actually it was half price. I think it was $1.99, and I'm very excited to have this back in my collection. The next item is Erythritol toothpaste. Now, firstly, this is not the original recipe. They changed it about 3 years ago, and when that happened, people panic bought all the remaining stock of the actual original one because of how good it actually is. And it was a lot better than this one, but there was things in it that wasn't considered safe these days, so they had to change the recipe. Now I use this on and off. It's something that I'll have open on my sink. I've got one open, but it's been open quite a long time that it's got to the point where I'm going to have to put it in the bin, but it's been heavily used. I started using this because the original formula was really good to make your teeth whiter, and also to be honest, I don't really love the taste of it. It's very antiseptic, kind of natural. Well, it's not the best taste wise, but I like to use this if I'm not feeling well, if I'm coming down with something, because in the past, and I'm not saying this will happen for you or it'll happen every time, but in the past when I've started to feel a little bit unwell, if I've been brushing my teeth with this, so if I start to feel a little bit unwell, I'll that same day I'll start using this toothpaste instead of my normal toothpaste. And there's something in it, and I don't know what, but it either stops me from getting worse or it helps get rid of whatever illness it is. Typically it'll be like a viral thing, like a cold or a bit of flu or a bit of a bug. It helps get rid of it. Not every time. Sometimes I'll start brushing my teeth with this when I'm starting to get ill and I'll still get very ill, but I have noticed a few times there have been times when I've used it and it has helped me, so that's why I like it. It's also good if you've got like an abscess or you've got like sores in your mouth and you're waiting to go to the dentist. This is really, really good for that because of what's in it, rather than some toothpaste are not great for that. This will help you. So I always have some in. It's really cheap to buy. I don't think this was on offer because it is super, super cheap. You can get it in supermarkets. It doesn't look fancy. This is kind of like the original design of the box anyway, but it isn't the original formulation. 75ml. The last toothpaste that I showed you was 75ml, so I'm guessing that's a common size. Now, if you want to look what it looks like, it's very much just like the packaging, as you can see. And I always have one on the back of my sink just in case. And also, even if I'm not ill, I'll use it at least once a week. The next item is the Lee Stafford Hair Growth Activation Treatment. Fertilise follicles and create a healthy environment on the scalp to help amplify growth for hair that won't grow past a certain length. I've been using this on and off for about 6 years now. This is the first time that I've got the new packaging. It's kind of similar, but it's now called Activation Treatment, whereas in the past I think it's called Hair Growth Treatment. Obviously I think they've probably changed it because it doesn't guarantee hair growth. I've got one in my shower at the moment, and when my hair is in really bad condition or I'm trying to grow it, I will use it every time I wash my hair. And it basically tells you to do that anyway. You can get a shampoo, you can get a conditioner, you can get styling products. I have got the shampoo at the moment because they did an offer before 3 for 15, and I got it on that. And I got a couple of styling products, and I've been using the styling products on and off. I've got a scalp tonic, I've got a hair like protection mist spray, I've got something else, I've got some other like Lee Stafford hair products which I highly recommend. But this is the thing I always try to get, and when it's on offer at 3 for 15, I always get 3 of these, because I think these were about £8 or £8.99, so to get 3 for 15 is an absolute bargain. The reason I got this is because it was on offer. I think it was a third off, and I know the one that I've got is it's only got about 1 or 2 uses left. I can't remember because I've not used it for a while, and my hair is really struggling, so I wanted to get back into using it. It's just, you have to put it on and leave it on for 5 minutes. So you shampoo it, put it on, you do a double cleanse, so you wash your hair twice, you put this on for 5 minutes, and then you condition it afterwards. And it has helped me in the past, it really has. I think it just helps keep your hair in amazing condition and stop it from breaking, which obviously encourages it to grow. But I do swear by this, and I wanted to get one because I want to go back to doing it every time I wash my hair, which is about twice a week, because my hair's gone from being oily to being really dry this year. So that's why I got this, and I highly recommend this range. The shampoo and conditioner from this range, it doesn't really do anything. It's just got caffeine in, which stimulates the scalp, so I wouldn't recommend those. I'd recommend getting this, the scalp tonic, which is really good to stop your scalp from being dry, and the spray, I can't remember what it's called, but it's like a hair protection spray. I'd recommend getting that. I've got that, and I use it every time I style my hair, and it lasts forever. So that's why I got that. The final item that I got is the Regenerate Advanced Toothpaste, Regenerate Enamel Mineral, Reverse the Early Erosion Process, 75 millilitres. I've wanted to get a tube of this for a long time. I've had it a few times in like sample form in beauty boxes. I think you get like a 20ml sample, which lasts quite a few times, and I've been really impressed with it. It is £10, and because it's not the most amazing whitener ever, although obviously a lot of these aren't, they just do basic whitening, because if you want something better you obviously have to pay a lot of money for it. But this is quite good. I did notice a difference, and yeah, you don't have to use it every day if you don't want to. You could use it as your morning one or your evening one, or you could just use it a couple of times a week, because you know it is £10. Now it was a third off, so it was £6.66. I've had it on my Amazon wish list for a long time, and it went down to £6.66 on there not too long ago, and I almost bought it. And then I was like, well, you've got a few toothpastes, because my favourite toothpaste, I bought 3 tubes of it, and I'm only on the second one, and it's an aloe vera one. It's got aloe vera, and it's a natural one. I got one of them in a beauty box earlier this year, so if you watched the vegan beauty box unboxing, it was that toothpaste. I bought 3 more tubes of it because it's really good. So I've basically been putting off getting it, but sometimes when you use the same toothpaste all the time, it doesn't really do what it's meant to do. Like, it'll just keep going through the motions of doing the same thing. So if you stop using things for a little while, whether it's like if you change your shampoo every now and then, and when you go back to the one that you love, you notice a massive difference, because eventually things don't work as well. So I did want to add a couple of toothpastes into what I use all the time, because as I said, I have been using that toothpaste. It's like, I think it's called Aloedent, Aloedent. You can get that on Amazon. That's why I ended up getting it, because I bought 3 packs, because it ended up, the seller was only selling it in 3s, but it worked out slightly cheaper than it would have cost me if I'd bought them individually. And yeah, I want to start using something else for a few weeks, because I use that all the time, and I don't think it's working as well as it did when I got it. So I got this, and I'm going to use this maybe once a day, in the morning or in the evening, maybe the evening just before bed, and then it can carry on working as I sleep. And then use maybe the Arm & Hammer one, or the Erythrimol one, or I do have a couple of toothpastes that are open that I need to kind of either finish soon because they've been open a while, or I need to bin because there's not much left in them. So this is the final item that I got. That is everything that I got from Boots. It took me a long time, but I like to explain things on why I've got them and what I think about them, because sometimes when you see people unboxing things, they quickly show it you, they don't tell you anything about it, they don't tell you if they've been using it and if what they think of it or what it's done for them. So I like to give a little bit of background on the products, even though I'll probably hate having to edit this video because it's long. But yeah, that's what I got, and it come to just over £20 because I did have another item and it took it up to like 25, and I was like, well, I don't really need that. I think sometimes I buy things because I like the look of them, but then I've got like 10 other items the same but by different brands, so I don't need to. I do need the toothpaste because, as I said, I want to stop the aloe dent one for 3 or 4 weeks because my teeth are really used to it and it's not really doing as much, although I do like how it tastes and I do like it. Obviously that's why I got a lot of it. So I'm going to go into the Regenerate one and probably the Sensitive one as well, and use one in the morning and one at night, or I might just use the Regenerate one twice a day for a couple of weeks and then add in the Sensitive one. The Erythrimals one's there for when I don't feel well, but I'll probably use it once a week anyway. I've got the face wash, which I'm looking forward to using from tomorrow. The shaving gel for when my small ones run out, but obviously if you don't want to make a Boots order and you've got Amazon Prime, definitely get them. It's the small Gillette in the white can. That's what I've been predominantly using for most because I've been unable to get a big can of it, so managed to get one. And then I've got the hair growth conditioning thing, which I really do rate. You won't notice a difference at first, especially if your hair is badly damaged and breaking and snapping like mine. Mine's coming out in chunks, which you'll know if you've been watching my videos, and I'm on hair vitamins for it, and I'm trying to rectify whatever's wrong with it because I've not actually done anything to my hair. It must be health related or something related other than what I've done. And in the past when I've used it, I've stuck to it religiously every time I've washed my hair. Yeah, it means you're in the shower longer and stuff, but it's only 5 minutes, and then you put a conditioner on if you want. I'd recommend doing a quick condition, and then, you know, it helps. And if, like me, when I used to have really greasy hair, I used to wash it 3 times a week. It, you know, it does go down quickly if you're using it 3 times a week, but they do the offer where it's 3 for 15, and it's definitely worth it, and that'll last you a couple of months. If you have any questions about any of the items, although I'm pretty sure I have covered it all, then please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. If you're new to my channel, it'd make my day, my week, my month if you could subscribe. I'm currently trying to get to 350 subscribers. Obviously my end goal is more, but I like to take little steps at a time. So if you're not already subscribed, I know that half of you that watch my videos aren't subscribed, so please subscribe and help me get my numbers up. It would really help me out if you could just hit the subscribe button, and whilst you're there, don't forget to hit the bell notification button. Then every time I do upload a video, you'll get an alert, which is handy. I have alerts on for people that I definitely don't want to miss, and then obviously you'll just have a notification when you come on YouTube and it'll say that I've uploaded a video, because they don't always go in subscription boxes, so don't forget to do that. If you enjoyed my video, give it a thumbs up, and I hope you're having a great day no matter what you're doing. If it's the end of the week when you're watching this, have a great weekend. I hope you're all staying safe. I hope that you're all staying safe, and I'll be back very soon with another video.